Hello and welcome to Amy Lynn's journey. To the ones that are tuning in afterwards, I invite and welcome you all to watch. A little bit about this. It's just a little bit of chit chat. Um, Not normally when I start. Normally about midnight Eastern Standard Time. I start anything. Um, I'm getting old. I got a lot of things to do. So, but excuse me, still kind of under the weather a little bit, but I still wanted to keep you all aware that, yep, I'm still here, I'm still at it, and I am still trying to work on my channel and keep things going on a normal basis again. So this is part of my normalcy. I like to go live. It gives me a way to interact with all of my people, all my family, if you will. Um, I keep everyone in my prayers, whether you're down or not. And if you're happy and healthy, I pray to keep you guys healthy and happy too. That's just me. Uh, so come on, let's go and let's start viewing and watching. And I'm waiting for people to come on in. And that's probably about it. Um, there's a lot of things in life that I think we all anticipate for the way we need to have our things to happen. There's a lot of things in life we wish weren't going as crazy and hectic as they probably have. And that's okay. Learning to let go and, getting on and dealing with the small disturbances in our lives to keep things at a normal pace isn't always easy. Whether you're a mom and dad family with one child or a mom and dad family with several children or just a single adult just trying to do all that they can to move on sometimes isn't all that easy, and that's okay. Just knowing and understanding that the little hiccups are going to be little hiccups, and that's okay. Part of me and part of what I've dealt with for a very long time was having that family and going forward with my life. And then, hello and welcome. I'm just kind of doing a little preview. If you want, please come on in. And I'll continue. And it's okay when we all go through crazy changes in our lives. And it's up to us to keep on moving. And it's up to us to keep on going forward. Because when we put that halt in our lives, it's not always going to be easy, but it's doable. Hello. How are you? I'm glad you're here. And that was getting started on homesteading. Dropped a line. Hello. Well, I was glad they could come in. Hopefully they will come back. But needless to say, um, this channel, yes, it's Amy Lynn's journey. It's about my journey and what has happened before, happening now, and how I do the best I can. And sometimes I feel like even my best isn't my best. And sometimes that struggle is real. You want everything to be perfect and trying to understand that hello and welcome and understanding it's okay that things aren't perfect, and it's okay to keep on moving on. Growing up I was in a farming community. Um, as I was used to a farming community and working, our field and tending to our livestock and preparing things and cooking and things that I do now that in a way kind of sad, but in a way it's life changing. There's so much that one person can do, whether it's on their own or with a hand or two. No, I'm not asking for a hand or two. Um, but sometimes, that's what people need. And it's not a physical, let me give you, or can I have. It is, okay, thank you. And that was getting started on homesteading. um, just it's simple. Our lives don't have to be so stressful and don't have to be such a headache. You know, do I miss or does anybody miss um, tending to animals, tending to, you know, our fields and maybe some people it's not even a standard of fields of crop. Maybe sometimes it's the standard hello and welcome. Maybe it's just a window garden. Maybe it's plants in a pot. Oh, I can't even get tongue twisted here. Um, and maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's what our next phase and then life, our next season, if you will, and our life is to be. I'm learning, and that's a hard thing to do sometimes. Is just back and learn and deal with all of the simple things in life. Things can be simple. They don't have to be as hectic. My goals are to provide what I can to my community, if you will, my family, if you will. Um, Information and knowledge that I know, share what I know, even if I cannot provide a video on how I took care of my livestock anymore, or even if I cannot provide, you know, running things the way I used to run them before I moved here. You know, I'm buffering. Hmm. I don't know. I hope I don't have to restart. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't know. Sometimes you can't. See if I can fix that. Uh, Camera. Okay, I'm still here. I'm just trying to see what I can do on my end. Okay. Okay. All right, maybe that may work. See, on my end, it looks normal, so I didn't know. But thank you for letting me know that I was buffering. Hopefully that little trick will work. Um, hmm. But my goals are because I can't dig up a yard here in a rental property, you just can't do it. Um, I would love to own my own property once again, but I have to, get buckets and do it that way if I want anything close to what I'm used to, and that would be a lot of buckets. I don't know if I'd be prepared for that, but yeah, I mean, just life is life. Even though we strive for differences than the average city slickers, if you will, um, our lives are pretty much easier than what we have. Some of us work, some of us don't, and solely rely on their livestock, producing for whether it be milk or whether it be, crop, you know, that's awesome. I'd love to be able to say that I had that again, but I can't. Um, and I can't make a promise whether it is to you all or myself because disappointing people in general is not on my, to-do list, so to speak. But it'll get better. I think sometimes if we sit back and look and listen, our own hearts. Okay, take care. Um, to what our own heart's desires are, things will be better. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to restart this because for some reason or another, I'm having issues of freezing, and I guess I didn't see that. It looks normal on my screen. So I'm going to go out and then I'm going to restart and then I will be right back. Okay, now I'm hoping this works. Um, I've restarted. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Really, it is. Okay, but what I was saying is, welcome back. Um, to me, I guess, and then to get on to like farming and things like that. Our lives are much simpler. We don't have to rely on everyone else and everything else. And you have to excuse the mess back there. I have been busy. Oh my gosh, I've been going and making. They keep it the donate it the everything pile, and I've got piles throughout my whole house. So all I got to do is box it, bag it, or do whatever with. So yes, there's mess in my well, actually kitchen, dining room, and I've even got stuff in my living room. That's a box right there. Um, but anyways, I guess I can share some of my tips that I've learned along the way. If you really like something and you cannot find the seed for that, you can restart it without having a seed. In some instances, um, I'm not sure because see, it looks like I'm normal. I don't know if I'm normal on screen though. That's kind of hard to tell without turning on the TV and finding out. But I'll do it this way. I'll do it with my phone just to kind of get a view. I'm just checking my. Oh, let me see my. Okay, I'm checking my phone and see what it's doing here. Just checking my. Oh, let me see my. Okay, still checking my phone and see what it's doing here. Well, it looks normal on this on my end, so we'll probably get some echo. But okay, since that's fine there, I'm not going to listen to myself. But okay. Anyways, what I've learned is something as simple as potatoes. You can either use the potato as a whole, or you can cut it, like cut it in half. Put toothpicks all the way around. You can do it with sweet potatoes or yams, as some people call them. That's more technical. Um, and then put them in a glass of water or a container of some sort of water. And then just keep the water filled because it will drink. And then you'll have your sprouts. You can do that with celery. Tomatoes are the same thing. Um, you like tomatoes, just keep them and dry them out. It's just simple as that. Yes, it's nice to have and order all these seeds, and I'm not trying to take anybody's business away. But if you're just starting and you're trying to figure out where or how are you going to start, seeds from your everyday foods, um, dry them out. And if it's wintertime and like here in Michigan, you can't go out there and try to plant anything because it's yucky out there and it's too cold for your crop to grow or your small garden or whatever it is, or even your canister garden. But and then when it's getting time for that to grow, start it inside your house. It takes a window ledge. That's pretty much what I will be doing here in the next couple of weeks. My main focus has to be getting this place more order. I've given a lot of away to charity. I've thrown things away. I'm going to fix it and never do. Um, there's just simple things like that. Hello and welcome. Um, but it doesn't have to be as hard. And I think what it took is just for me to sit down kind of with myself and say, look, young lady, old lady, you know, everything's gonna be all right. Just put your foot in it, put some effort in it, and you can survive, for a little while. And I think the weather here is kind of what got me down a little bit because it almost makes you feel like, oh, can't go outside, Mississippi. We didn't have that, we got a whole inch of snow throughout the whole year, let alone an inch of snow for 3 to 5 months, and more. But if you're having difficulties like that, start it inside. You can grow what you need to grow on the inside, and it will thrive. Which, especially just starters. Starters will thrive anywhere. Um, and I've had to do a lot of research because what I'm used to doing is being outside and planting everything outside. And, my whole life was pretty much outside. And it doesn't have to be outside all the time. And, I didn't know that. And then I'm in different climates. So, it's going to take a little bit of a different attitude and a little bit of um, getting the understanding better and learning, new ways to provide what you want in your situation. Now, granted, I'm kind of in the city, but kind of not. I can have chickens, but I'm going to choose not to. Even though I would love to, um, I don't want to go that route because I don't want to overfill my platter. My plate right now is so full, trying to still everything situated. And I do a lot of this stuff while Lauren's at school, and then a lot of the stuff too while it's late at night. I I need to take a break. So I don't get too frazzled in my head. And that does happen too, that's just normal life, and just trying to think outside the box can be difficult. But it's an easy difficult if you put your mind to it. You know, Getting on and these small disturbances in your life and moving on to your journey the best way that you can doesn't have to be so difficult. You don't have to take a backseat to life in any way or any phase or any season of your life. You can move on because you're still strong. There's still ways to make it work for your thing. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's grown up in these instances and then have to back down and just to better myself as a human being, and that's what we all are. And we all have to take, a breather and step back, look and evaluate what our lives are. We don't. We are going to completely wear ourselves out. And I don't think that's fair to you. I don't think that's fair to me. But there are ways around getting what we need, getting what we feel purposeful for. And that's pretty much what it is. Feeling purposeful, feeling like you are needed and wanted, maybe not by another human being or a group or um, a large audience or anything like that. I love everybody that is subscribed to me. These are my family. And I am very happy with every single person. If they leave, then they leave. I can't do anything about that. But I know that in my heart, I have to still provide and have a helpful and healthy, purposeful meaning to the lives that people stay, you know, and for myself, and for Lord, because everything in life is necessary. Our ups, our downs, our setbacks, our set aheads, our hand ups, our handouts. It doesn't matter. Um, you just have to be the best person that you can be at any given time, even if you're stuck in a rut. And it's okay to be stuck in a rut. It doesn't matter. And if you have error in your ways, it's okay. It doesn't matter to fix them. Hey, I'm stuck with you. That's what my other person was sitting in there. And that's the gist of what I've been kind of going through, and learning that just because now I'm a single mom to a wonderful child, she's got differences. She was with me playing in dirt. She's got differences. She sees things like I see things, but differently. She sees dirt. Okay, let's make a mess or mud pies. I see dirt. I'm looking at this dirt. I'm examining this dirt. Is the soil right? Does it have enough, this or that? Is it too acidic? Is it not acidic enough? There's just certain things, and everybody, and that's a 6 year old to a 47-year old's, mindset, and we are all in different phases of life. And no matter what it boils down to, no matter what this world dishes you, you can provide for yourself, for your family, for anybody that you need, and anybody that needs you. And that's pretty much what it is. So, ugh, that's a mouthful. It's been a long time since I've been able just to sit and go on and on and on and on. But it is what it is. And I'm just glad to be back and that my phone, it's not the same phone, it's the same make and model. But Lauren decided to look at the pictures. I'm like, okay, so I handed her phone or handed her my phone. Needless to say, she thought that phone needed to go potty, and into the toilet it went. Oh my brother. Oh, I was like, "What are you doing? You don't do that. They can't swim." And she's laughing. She's like, "It had to potty, mommy. It had to potty." And I'm like, "No," because that's like my communication to the outside world, and that's where all of my videos were made from, and it's a thank goodness that I have iCloud, because if I didn't have iCloud, even though there isn't anything on there now, there very well could have been. Like I still got a video that I was almost done editing. It's history. Nobody knows where it went. The tech, from Apple couldn't figure out even what the heck happened to that, because we were trying hard to get it back. I worked for 5 days. It was 5 days of video condensed to almost done. Man, I was mortified. But needless to say, I got my phone today. I'm happy about that. And I can bring things back and keep myself going, because I think a lot of that too, when I was making my vlogs and sharing them with everyone, it made me feel purposeful. Everybody needs a meaning, everybody needs something to fulfill, you know, whether we have a lurker like Shaky or somebody that was having problems like getting started on homesteading. They tried to hang on, but hey, Monica, welcome, welcome. And things are gonna be okay. I'm glad that I was able to snap out of the grunge that I was in order to move on and start thinking like a normal person again. It just gets rough. It gets so rough sometimes. When you're used to having somebody around you and helping you out with all kinds of things, you just don't have that anymore. Everybody that I know per se, or don't mind being around, they're too far away. And that's a bummer. Like Shaky. And there's other people that, I wouldn't mind. I've got fantastic people, and I'm glad I have who I have. All 127 of my people. And I don't get to talk to them. Sometimes, they're subscribed and they don't watch, but that's okay. I don't mind. And then sometimes they do watch. It just, I guess it just depends on, who they are and what they want to watch and what interests them and what doesn't. Maybe one day I'll put that, what do they call them? Those singers, their songs. Oh, maybe I'll have a one hit wonder one day where everybody wants to come over. I don't know. And if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. And I don't care. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for praising. I'm not here. I'm just here because I feel like this is where I can make an example for myself. Everybody has ideas and everybody has ways of doing things. I watch tons of videos. It's just like Shaky. I watch him. I don't always get a chance, and sometimes I don't even get to watch. I have to listen because I'm going through my house still trying to do things. My dining room table is still not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be back that way, and it's still not back there. And it's getting there. My furniture isn't where it wants to be. I want to take my whole computer and set it up in my kitchen. I have space for it, so it's not lunging in my living room. My living room is very small. When you go from my house in Mississippi was 2,500 square feet, and then when I moved here, there was a lot of downsizing to that because when I moved here, I didn't even have half of that stuff. I got rid of a lot of it, and then when I moved to Michigan, and then I had the apartment that I moved out of to move into this one because that guy was just a jerk. Um, that was 1,100 square feet. And now this is like maybe 750. So, there's still quite a lot of downsizing to do. And I have it to give. I can, I've got a whole donate pile of things that are useful, things that are nice and would be nice in somebody's home, and clothing and stuff like that we can't wear. I just watched that video. I think you were talking about your grandpa's tractor. No, your father-in-law's tractor. Oh, and tell your son I said happy 22nd birthday too. See, I watch. But so there's a lot of that. And then there's a lot of things. I'm typing my schoolwork better than in this chat. You're fine. I knew who you were talking about, so it's okay. You're normal. You're human. There's no abnormal people. At least not in my little community. There's no abnormal people. But oh, and I've got lots of things to throw away because I think everybody has that. I'm gonna fix this. 6 months later, it's still not fixed. Or I'm gonna use this. 6 months later, it's still not being used. I didn't hear my name in it. I'll have to rewatch it, and I will rewatch it. Yeah, it is pretty late. Well, at least here it's 9 after 10 p.m. That's okay. Um, but I'll rewatch it. That's awesome. It's okay. You can listen. I do it. I have to. Sometimes I just have to. Um, and then like I was saying, you have that fix it pile, so to speak, and that fix it pile is like there forever, and the not use it pile has been there for use forever. And so all of that, I think what I'll do is I will take it to a church. I'm not really big on donating things to Salvation Army. I'm not, or even Goodwill or anything like that. When I give from my heart, and I don't see where somebody should be able to get a kickback out of there. If that's the case, I could have a yard sale in my front yard in the wintertime. It wouldn't even matter to me. But I'm not there for that. That's not where my heart's at. If somebody can use what I have, it's theirs, and that's just how I feel. And there's not many people like that. And a lot of those corporate businesses, although they say they're doing for the community, they're really not doing as well as what they say they are and what people think they are. Um, so I'd rather donate it. There's a couple churches that do hand out to people in need that can use household needs. Um, I've got extra pots and pans, that's good for somebody else that they can use it. Glassware, dinnerware, all this kind of stuff. Because I went out before I could actually buy the set that I'm happy with. I went out to like all these little thrift stores and was buying a little from here and a little from there, and nothing was ever a complete set. Something was broke, or so it was missing 15 pieces out of the 30, or maybe of the 20 it was missing out of. So I'm kind of good on that department. Even though I'm not doing great financially, there's always a will if there's a way. And sometimes if you just give your heart, that's better than nothing. And that's what I feel like I'm doing, because there's people that have less than me. And when I came to Michigan, I was starting less than now. Now I got a whole house full of stuff and I've got too much. And I think it's just best to share it, and give it to the people in need. I'm not saying people in churches aren't greedy either, but at least they're not trying to make a buck for it. That's what I'm looking at. Because if that was the case, I could make the buck for it. I'm drinking my tea. Uh, but I think what I'm going to be doing is I have some celery seeds that I've been saving and hanging on to, and I got to get some plants, even if it's to the Dollar Tree. They've got little pots and stuff over there, and I can at least start them there until I can get some bigger buckets, because I don't have anything bucket wise. Um, because I want to get some celery going. I want to get some potatoes going, and my favorite potatoes are those purple ones, and I love those potatoes. Um, I love yams. I'm pretty much a vegetarian in some sense. I like meat sometimes, but I really like my vegetables. I can just sit down and just snack away and call it good. Man, I need to get a new chair, is what I need to do. Let me fix. I'm going to raise it up. Maybe that might be my issue. There. Oops, I'm going to knock a light over here. Okay, that's a little bit better. I don't feel like I'm so low to the ground. I'm already short. I'm only 5'2.5". Um, but I want to start that. I don't have any tomato seeds to speak of. And I don't, I've ate some of these Michigan grown tomatoes and ones from the stores. I'm not really happy about them. I'll probably end up having to order them. Um, and I'm good with that. Some things you can't just grow out of your refrigerator. But yeah, like the really big tomatoes, and just not having that at all. And I hate when they're just like, I don't know how to, like they're so juicy that they just fall apart when you slice them. And I have sharp knives, very sharp knives, and they just go. Must be the time of year or something, but I'm not used to that. Winter tomatoes, maybe, I don't know. Um, I know later this year I also want to do some pumpkin, but I'm not sure how even out of, excuse me, I don't know if you can start them off in a pot and just let them vine and grow anywhere, because those are more like a wandering plant. I'll probably have to do that, Monica, because this stuff around here is yuck. I see how it is. You just shut me out. Only you, Shaky, only you. Yeah, yeah, I can try that. See, I've never done anything like that, where you have to, prepare your own soil in a bucket or a can. I've never had to do anything like that, which is crazy weird to me. Um, it's just kind of hard. I seen that, Monica. I seen him with the that red thing. Yeah, you're not a computer dummy. You're not a dummy at all. You're silly. And watermelon, oh, this girl needs to see. That's another vining thing. It's almost like the things that I love to grow and to eat. They're all viney: squash, pumpkin, watermelon, potatoes. But I don't think I'm still trying to figure out how to do carrots. See, it's just stuff like that, and I don't have any like power tools. The only power tool I have is a, what do we call that? A screw gun, a screwdriver, electric screwdriver, drill. That's what I was thinking. I don't have anything like that. I have a handsaw, but I am not going to handsaw anything. I've thought of that too. Not getting old, but getting hanging bags. I'm already getting old. And you got a year on me, so you better watch it there, mister. But onions are really big here. I wanted to do garlic, but I'll have to probably do garlic last year, because garlic you can't do, they're actually supposed to be in the ground before now. Um I didn't do that, and I love garlic. Garlic and onions in almost everything that I cook, almost everything. I want to do bell peppers, red peppers, green, um, all the jalapeno. See, a lot of that stuff, peas, sweet peas, but I need trellises to. I at this time is like I'm like dreading. It's like all this stuff that I'm used to growing, and I can't because I don't have the. I wish I did. Hello and welcome, whoever came in. Um, come up with some like idea. I wish I was more handy. See, I'm not handy in that department. Building is not my forte. Getting my hands dirty, I don't mind at all. There's times where I will come out of them fields and I'll be almost pitch black. Go out there. a t-shirt, and my t-shirt would be, oh my gosh, I have to wash it a couple times with OxyClean or something, or pour a bunch of peroxide in my clothes. That would be crazy. Yeah, and I know I need to get some buckets. I have some topsoil. I just need to get some buckets and stuff like that. And I guess for the binding things, um, some of it heavier things like the pumpkins and I call them creepers. Like pumpkins, I call it that my creeper crop because they like to creep everywhere. But anyways, pumpkins and tomatoes like to spread all over the place. Squash, love you. I'll have to do that. Yep. You know what? I didn't even think about that. You are completely correct. See, you are so smart, Mr. Shaggy. No, don't travel too much. Women don't never normally say that about guys. We had here there was it was called McDonald's, but they had not the restaurant McDonald's. It was a nursery, McDonald's nursery. I wish I had known that they were going out of business. Like they were in business almost 100 years, not quite. They were short a year. But anyways, I could have probably hit it big there, but not knowing until it was too late. And by the time I went there, the doors were locked, so there was no way trying to get anything from there. But yeah, and then I was told too by my landlord they have another nursery here, and I told myself, well, I don't really want starter plants. I can start them on my own, just I just need to get some buckets and stuff like that because I already got my eggshells ground. Um, and I've got that mixed in the still. Lauren was having. I would have thought about it. I should have videoed that. Lauren was having a. Oh my gosh, she was having a field day. And she's like, more water, mommy. So I had to give her a little. I gave her a pie pan. She was fun because that's the only thing that I could really give her. That was I don't make a whole lot of pie. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't make a whole lot of pie. So she was fine with that. And she was happy with that. She's like, more water, mommy, more water. I said, are you planting or flooding? She's like, huh? She didn't understand none of that. Yep, there's a will. And I'm telling you, I am so gung ho in trying to find everything I can. I, for a long time, after all the garbage that I went through, didn't think that I was worth the pot system because I felt like a failure, really did. And I just kind of like had a one-on-one with myself. It's like, look, girl, you better get yourself going. And yep, yep, yep. But I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Knowing that I won't get in trouble for planting anything and I won't get, as long as it's in a container, he does not care. He just doesn't want me, and it's understandable. It, he just doesn't want his yard pulverized. Using one of Lauren's crazy straws. Let me see. Let's just see that. It's really weird. I bought them for her. But yep. But I'll get it. I'll get it to where I'll be able to make myself happier again. And then I can also video it while I'm at it. And that'll make me happy too, because I love to share. That's always been me. And not so much my opinions, but the experiences, whether they're good or bad. I don't mind sharing bad. I don't want to share a bad vibe, but I don't mind sharing my bad, things, my mistakes. I don't mind. That sounds really cool. What is the name of that? There's they just this year did a aquaponic, uh, but I think that might be different than hydroponics. But they did a now you've got me saying hydroponics. They did an aquaponic where they got like this huge. I mean, it's huge, big blue barrel where they've got all these fish, and I guess like their yuck, their discreetments, and all of that feeds all of this, and all their plants. I don't know. I can't remember what their names are. The name of that channel. Go back one. Here we go. Mm, I will find them. Yep, I will get a kiddie pool, but I gotta wait. There's nobody here that has kiddie pools yet. Let me see. I don't want my stuff, you goofballs. Subscriptions. Okay, here we go. That's better to look for. Diddy dum dum dum. Hmm, where are these people? My little homestead. I'll type that in there. There you go. Is it all one? Okay, it's all one word. Okay, so I have to. Okay, enter that. Those are the people that did. Yeah, they show you how to do it too. It's how he did it, and he ended up going solar. This guy and the channel I just typed in ended up going solar, which is cool. I watch them sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. But he's got a lot of good information that I will share. There's several channels. If I need some kind of help, I know I can go. There's like 15 channels that I just kind of go through. Do they got now go like through their whole playlist of everything, watch everything, just to find the one thing that I really need. And see, living in Mississippi, I didn't even have a YouTube. I had a I had a YouTube thing, but I didn't have a YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube page since I think 2015, I think, but I didn't start my channel until last year. Who was the first person I started watching on YouTube? It wasn't even about homesteading. It was about babies. um, At that time, I was trying to find more information on Down syndrome because that's what Lauren has is Down syndrome, and so I was like power searching, but there's not many videos of what Down syndrome even entails. And then when I found out she had Down syndrome, I was mortified. I'm like, I don't know what to do because these people are telling me she'll never walk, she'll never talk, she'll never, be normal. This kid is a great kid. She's got some she's got some issues, but they're not major. Just like we as adults, everybody's different. She's different too. So I mean, that's just the way I see it. But yeah, that's how I started. That's how I did. I found out with the YouTube thing is down searching Down syndrome and babies with Down syndrome. I learned a lot from what little bit I could find. Oh, I Googled it. And like I said, I was mortified. They were talking about how they did all kinds of crazy stuff. Bigfoot research. That's a controversial subject there, Mr. Shady. If somebody keeps going in, I'll have two, and then I go up to three, and then they watch for about 5 minutes, and then they go back down to two. So how'd that go, Shaky, Mr. Bigfoot? Oh, I'm getting tired now. And it's only 10:30. This is crazy because normally I'm on much later than this. That's right. Yep, she's different, but nothing less. And yep, she is beautiful. I'm thankful to her because she's taught me a whole lot. Okay, shake it. Have you seen them? This is a crazy question. I'm so sorry. But if you seen them, then why are you still here? Well, the way I was brought up is if they were really real, you wouldn't be here because they tear you apart limb from limb. That's what I heard. I bet it would have scared the crap out of me too. So maybe they're not as freaky as I was told. I don't know. It's like I said, it's a controversial thing. I know when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my channel before I even started one, um, I was told you stay away from politics, okay, political, okay, maybe that's what I was thinking, political things and religious things, because that's too much controversy. And if something was to get started, then to start something with, that you're more used to. Well, I know a lot about politics, and I know a lot about religious things, but I just figured I'd talk about my life, my past, my present, what my hopes were for my future, what I've done in my past, what I hope for my future, and hopefully, be a little helpful to someone else that could be needing a little bit of a, reassuring that things are going to be okay no matter what life dishes you, because life can be very awful at times, but very gratifying in the same hand. Oh, wow, that's pretty tall. I'm not saying that they don't exist, Shaky. I'm just saying it's a controversial thing because some people say people that see them are full of crap and that they've been smoking something they shouldn't have been smoking. But if that's the case, a lot of people are smoking a lot of things because some things in life are just that beautiful, you know. So I can't say whether you did or didn't. I wasn't there. That's the way I see it. And that's the way other people should see it too. But evidently, they don't do that. And I'm not the type of person to prove a person wrong. If they feel they're right, well, then so be it. Whether you feel a whole different way, because I'm not an argumentative person, and I walk away from crap, and that's the way I think. If many people did that, we'd have many less problems. No, and I was never told, anyways, if whether they were real or not. I was just told if anyone was to see one that they wouldn't be alive, because I was told that they would tear somebody apart limb from limb and do whatever with whatever they do. I don't know what they do. I can imagine. I can imagine it being very divided, and it's not worth fighting. No, no. I'm too peaceful of a person. For the most part, I'm I'm at peace with who I am and um, what I do with my life. Which isn't anything major, but at least I'm at peace with it. And that's what any type of community needs to realize. You need to be at peace with yourself and not be so diversified about things, and not, I mean, one truth could have 20 faults to make it a false truth, but a false truth could be a very truth to fault, which makes no sense to when when you say it. But if you sit and think about it, my truth may be different from your truth, and neither person could be wrong, or would be wrong, not could be wrong, but would be wrong. It just depends on how people see it. That's how I look at it. And that's the way people should look at life, period, anyway. They don't always. And, that's okay too. Yeah, I can see that. That's just being human. If we, even as humans, feel threatened, we will, you know, retreat to a different uh, mindset than what we are normally. Because you meet me, I'm very outgoing. I'm a very outgoing person, but into another hand, I'm also a very shy person. But set me in a setting, and it'll feel like you've known me all your life because that's just the type of person I am. I treat everybody like family, and I always have. So yeah. Well, I suppose I have kept you guys on here for an hour and 9 minutes, almost an hour and 10 minutes. We can keep going if you want, but I don't want to bore anybody either. Not my goal. Not my goal. Not my goal. I hate that. My refrigerator has an ice maker, and it's on the inside of the refrigerator. It's not an exterior ice maker. It's on the inside where the freezer part is. Every time I hear it, it sounds like there's something walking in the kitchen or something, getting into stuff. It just makes that weird little noise. It's like, oh, I had my landlord come in and listen to it one time. He's like, because I thought for sure, because it kind of like sounded like a mouse or something trying to get into something. And he just laughed at me. He goes, I'm trying not to laugh at you. He says, but evidently, I said, look, I'm old school. None of my refrigerators ever had an ice maker in it. And I'm not used to that, especially when you're in a whole new environment and you're hearing all these crazy, you know, things, noises. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'll keep it in my prayers that everything goes good with that because that can be a very wonderful thing. I think that's awesome, Shaky. And then maybe sooner than later, you guys can kind of meet up unless you're too far apart. But that would be an awesome thing. Wow. That's a lot of babies. I can say you guys were never bored and had somebody with you at all times. It would seem anyway. I was raised an only child. I have a brother. He lives in New Mexico. We've only met once, and we chat sometimes on the phone. Her first husband made she found us. That's awesome, Monica. In West Virginia, sister is in Georgia, in Washington State, and brother in California. Oh gosh, you guys are everywhere. Then my mom married my dad and had seven more. Oh my goodness. See, I've always wanted a big family. It just wasn't in the cards, I guess. I mean, the only thing that I feel comfortable with is it wasn't meant to be. Just wasn't. Maybe I wasn't able to handle all the kids I wanted, so I got what I got. Yeah, yeah. Hello and welcome. Come on in and join us. What do you mean you're sorry you're talking so much? Hi, how are you? Good to see you. How the garden? I'm 6 years older than number 12 and 6 years between number 10. Wow. So how the garden tonight? I think I'm gonna have to be right back. I gotta go potty. I mean, that's one of those things that we gotta do. But I will be back in just a minute. You guys can be conversing amongst yourselves. Right back. My goodness, I wish I could get rid of this cold. Goodness. I'm tired too. I've been waking up tired. Maybe I need a new mattress or something. And I've got this in the shoulder, my left shoulder. There's something wrong with it. Excuse me. But it's just like, oh, maybe it's from picking Lauren up off the bus because she won't take that last step. Let me see. Let me catch up. 48. The youngest is 33. I have a son that's 35. I didn't even know you had a son, Shaky. All I knew was of your wife's son. My oldest brother passed away last year in January 21st. He'd be 66 and I'm 47. I'm so sorry, Monica. I know we thought we were going to lose my brother. I posted it on Facebook, but I didn't say who it was. Shaky knows because I kind of just reached out to him, and um, Smith's dead and two knows. Just walking, just from here to the bathroom and then coming back, it just makes me just choke. That's crazy. Excuse me. Well, I don't have Mucinex. I have that like an off brand of a Mucinex. Where is it? Um, and it comes from Ready in Case or whatever. Let's see if it'll pick it up. But that's what I've been taking. Still kind of blurry. And I've been combining it with um, Top Care Allergy Relief, 24-hour allergy relief. Even though it's not allergies, it still kind of helps clear your head because I still have like that throbbing head, like the sinuses and stuff. It's just been horrible. I don't think I would use step either. Just like my brother and I do not have the same fathers. We have the same mother, but we don't have the same father. I don't call him my half brother. He's my brother. And that's just the way I see it. I have a sister too. I don't know who she is, where she is. My brother doesn't know who she is or where she is. We just know she exists. Um, and she's from a completely different guy too. So I don't, it wouldn't be my half anything. Or if I ever got into a relationship and the other person had kids, it wouldn't be step either, whether we were married or not. I would still take them into my heart, my home, and that's just the way it is with me. I bought let me get it and I'll show you. I've been hurting awful. Started taking moringa. Oh my, I feel so good. Take it once a day. I've heard really good things about moringa, but I just haven't done anything with that. Let me get the stuff I bought. Um, to help stay awake, I was told to get like some turmeric. Add turmeric. See, my siblings and all have same father, different mothers, and it works that way too. But this is what I had bought. Um, It's like a tea. So I don't know. And I've been doing that. It kind of helps give me energy. Yeah. Okay. God bless you, Shaky, and I will still keep you in my prayers. And I send my love and respect to you as well. Sleep well. I probably should get off of here as well. Um, you're welcome, Shaky. Um, we've been on here an hour and 24 minutes, and I need to get some stuff done. It's going on 11 o'clock. I need to get a shower in. My hair is dry. You can see how dry my hair is. It needs some life. But I will get off of here. Take care. I love you guys. Thank you for coming and supporting me when you didn't have to. And I will see you when I can see you. Take care. Good night and God bless.